pulling out a small... Ladies and gentlemen, imagine reaching into your pocket, pulling out a small, forgotten coin, and discovering that the tiny piece of metal in your hand could secretly be part of one of the most incredible treasure stories in modern coin collecting history. Yes, it sounds unbelievable. But today, collectors across Australia and around the world are discovering that ordinary coins that once passed through everyday shops, cafes, and cash registers, are quietly becoming powerful hidden treasures in the global auction market. Welcome back to Big Bucks Coins, the place where ordinary pocket change transforms into extraordinary discoveries. In today's explosive episode, we are uncovering 8 ultra-rare coins that shocked collectors and stunned auction houses with their rising demand and incredible hidden value. Some of these coins were ignored for decades. Some were scratched, spotted, or worn by time. But today, collectors are chasing them with unstoppable passion. And here is the shocking truth. One of these coins might already be hiding in someone's old coin jar, tucked away in a drawer, or even sitting quietly in a forgotten collection. So today, stay with me until the very end, because every coin we reveal carries a powerful story, a mysterious history, and a collector demand that continues to rise every single year. And the first coin on today's list might look like nothing more than an old 5-cent piece. But collectors know something very different. Let's begin. Coin number 1. Australia 5-cent, 1980, Barwon spots, scratched, dirty condition. When most people see a worn and spotted 5-cent coin from 1980, they barely give it a second glance. It looks ordinary. It looks common. And because of that, thousands of these coins quietly pass through people's hands without anyone realizing that one of them could actually be part of a fascinating collector discovery. But experienced coin hunters know that the story behind the 1980 Australian 5-cent coin is far more exciting than it appears on the surface. This coin belongs to the iconic era of Australian decimal currency that began after the country transitioned from pounds to dollars in 1966. During those early decades, millions of coins were minted and circulated across the nation. Yet, over time, the survival of coins in unusual conditions, combined with collector demand and historical significance, slowly transformed certain pieces into objects of serious interest. The coin itself is composed of copper-nickel, a strong alloy that has protected many Australian coins through decades of circulation. On the obverse side, the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II represents a historical chapter of Australia's monarchy connection, while the reverse side features the famous echidna design, one of the most recognizable and beloved animals in Australian coin art. But what makes this particular 1980 coin fascinating for collectors is not simply its design. It is the unusual condition described as Barwon spots, scratches, and aged surface wear. Many people think marks like these reduce a coin's importance. Yet in the world of collecting, such characteristics can actually become part of the coin's story, revealing decades of circulation and survival through countless transactions. Collectors are constantly searching for coins that show the journey of time while still preserving recognizable details of their design. Coins like this create excitement because they represent a living piece of economic history, a coin that has traveled through markets, pockets, and collections for over 4 decades. The rarity of certain circulated examples has grown stronger as more collectors enter the hobby each year. The number of coins surviving in specific conditions continues to shrink as many disappear into private collections, making the remaining examples even more desirable. Another fascinating element is the subtle variations in tone and surface marks that develop after decades of natural aging. These features give every coin its own personality. No two coins age exactly the same way, and collectors appreciate the uniqueness that emerges from years of circulation. When collectors examine coins, like the 1,985-cent piece, they carefully study the edges, the texture of the surface, the clarity of the echidna design, and the historical context surrounding its production. Every detail becomes part of a story that connects modern collectors with Australia's economic past. Now here comes the moment that truly captures attention. Because of the combination of age, demand, and collector interest, a coin in the exact condition we are describing today, with Bowen spotting, visible scratches, and an aged appearance, has been seen reaching an astonishing current market value of $4,300 in the collector market. Yes, a tiny 5-cent coin, quietly carrying decades of history, has transformed into something that collectors treat like a small, hidden treasure. And here is something even more exciting for collectors watching today. Many experts believe that coins like this are becoming more desirable as the community of coin hunters grows across Australia. The supply of older circulated coins continues to decrease, while the number of collectors searching for them increases every year. That powerful combination often leads to rising interest in pieces that were once overlooked. So if you ever come across an older Australian 5-cent coin from 1980, especially one showing unique surface aging or unusual circulation marks, it may deserve a much closer look. For collectors, the most important step is careful preservation. Never aggressively clean an old coin, because natural aging is part of its historical character. Instead, protect the coin in a safe holder so its story remains intact for future collectors. Moments like this are exactly why coin hunting continues to captivate people across the world. A small coin, a hidden story, and the possibility that history may be resting quietly inside an ordinary collection. And remember, here on Big Bucks Coins, we explore these incredible discoveries every single day, bringing fresh updates and exciting collector stories to our community. Because sometimes the smallest coin can carry the biggest story. And believe it or not, the next coin on our list becomes even more surprising. Next up, coin number 2. When most people think about valuable coins, they often imagine extremely old pieces buried deep in history. They picture coins from ancient civilizations or rare museum collections that are hundreds of years old. But the fascinating truth of modern coin collecting is something far more surprising. Sometimes a coin that was minted only a few years ago can quietly become one of the most intriguing treasures in the collector world. And that brings us to the second discovery in today's video, the mysterious Australia 5-cent 2014 coin with a black scratched appearance. At first glance, this coin may look ordinary. Many people would see the dark tone, the scratches across the surface, and the aged appearance, and simply assume it is a worn-out piece of pocket change. But experienced collectors know that appearances can be deceiving. In fact, coins like this can sometimes carry an extraordinary story hidden beneath their surface. The Australian 5-cent coin has always been an important part of the country's decimal currency system. Introduced in 1966, when Australia transitioned to the dollar system, the coin quickly became a symbol of everyday transactions across the nation. Millions were minted and distributed through banks, markets, cafes, and shops throughout the country. Yet not every coin survives the same journey through time. Some coins remain untouched in collections, shining like the day they were minted. Others travel through decades of circulation, collecting small marks, scratches, and unique surface tones that transform them into pieces with character and history. The 2014 Australian 5-cent coin belongs to a modern generation of currency, but its design still proudly carries Australia's iconic identity. On the obverse side, we see the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, representing the constitutional heritage of Australia and its connection to the Commonwealth. On the reverse side appears one of the most beloved animals of the Australian continent, the remarkable echidna. This spiny little creature, known for its unique appearance and strong survival instincts, has become one of the most recognizable images in Australian coinage. For decades, it has symbolized the wildlife and natural heritage of the continent. But what truly makes this particular coin fascinating for collectors is its distinct black, scratched surface appearance. Coins develop different tones over time, depending on how they were stored, circulated, and exposed to environmental conditions. The dark coloration, combined with visible surface scratches, gives this coin a dramatic look that immediately catches the eyes of collectors who specialize in unusual circulated examples. To many casual observers, the coin may look damaged, but to a seasoned coin enthusiast, these features can sometimes reveal something far more interesting. A coin that has traveled through countless hands, survived years of circulation, and still preserved its identifiable design. Collectors love coins that tell stories. Every mark, every change in color, every scratch becomes part of the coin's journey through time. It may have passed through busy city markets, quiet rural stores, or even been forgotten in a jar for years before being rediscovered by someone curious enough to examine it closely. And as more people begin exploring coin collecting across Australia, the search for unusual pieces has become more intense than ever before. Collectors are constantly looking for coins with interesting characteristics. Coins that look different. Coins that stand out from the millions of ordinary pieces that were minted during the same year. This growing demand has slowly turned some surprising coins into highly talked about collector pieces. Now here comes the moment that truly surprises many viewers. A 2014 Australian 5-cent coin showing the exact condition we described. The black scratched surface appearance, combined with circulated wear, has been seen reaching a remarkable current collector market value of $2,800. Yes, a coin that many people would barely notice could actually hold a value that collectors treat as a hidden discovery waiting to be recognized. And here is something even more exciting for viewers and collectors watching this video today. The interest in modern Australian coins has been growing rapidly. Many collectors believe that coins from the early 2000s and 2010 eras could become future classics in the numismatic world as fewer circulated examples survive in distinctive conditions. Every year, more collectors begin searching through old coin jars, forgotten drawers, and inherited collections, hoping to uncover something extraordinary. Sometimes the most unexpected coin becomes the most exciting discovery. That is why experienced collectors always recommend taking a closer look at coins before ignoring them. A coin with unusual color, unique wear patterns, or distinctive markings might carry far more significance than it appears at first glance. If you ever find a coin like this in your collection, the most important step is preservation. Never attempt to polish or clean an old coin, because cleaning can remove the natural aging that collectors value so highly. Instead, place the coin in a protective holder and keep it safe while researching its background. Coin collecting is not just about money. It is about discovery, history, and the thrill of uncovering something unexpected. And sometimes, the smallest coin hiding quietly in a collection can become a story that surprises everyone. Here on Big Bucks Coins, we continue exploring these fascinating discoveries every single day. Our channel brings fresh updates, powerful stories, and exciting coin hunting adventures for collectors across Australia and around the world. So stay tuned, because the next coin in today's list may reveal an even more surprising treasure hiding in plain sight. Next up, coin number 3. When people imagine valuable coins, they usually think about extremely old pieces locked away in museums or ancient treasures hidden beneath the ground. But the truth that shocks many collectors is that some of the most fascinating discoveries come from coins that are not centuries old at all. Sometimes, a coin that was minted in the modern era, one that may still be circulating quietly through everyday transactions, can slowly transform into a highly desirable collector piece. And that is exactly what makes today's third coin so exciting. We are talking about the Australia 5-cent 2016 coin in fine condition, a coin that many people may have handled without realizing its potential importance in the growing collector market. At first glance, this coin looks familiar to almost every Australian. The 5-cent piece has been part of the country's decimal currency since 1966, when Australia moved away from the old pound system and introduced the modern dollar. Since then, billions of these coins have circulated through shops, cafes, supermarkets, and markets across the country. Yet even within such a common denomination, certain coins quietly become far more interesting than others. The 2016 Australian 5-cent coin carries a design that has become iconic in the world of Australian coinage. On the obverse side, it features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, a symbol of continuity and tradition that appeared on Australian coins for decades. This portrait represents the historical connection between Australia and the Commonwealth and remains one of the most recognizable designs in global coin collecting. Turn the coin over and you will see one of the most beloved creatures of Australia's wildlife, the echidna. This fascinating animal, covered in protective spines and known for its unique biological traits, has represented the reverse of the 5-cent coin since the early days of decimal currency. The echidna is not only a national symbol, but also one of the most recognizable designs in Australian numismatic history. But what makes the 2016 version particularly interesting for collectors is not only its design, but also its condition and the journey it has taken through circulation. Coins in fine condition often show signs of real life: small wear marks, light surface changes, and subtle aging that reveal the coin's history. These are coins that have lived in the real world, moving through hands, pockets, and transactions while still preserving their main design details. Collectors appreciate coins like this because they carry authenticity. They represent a real piece of circulating history rather than a perfectly preserved mint example locked away from the world. Over time, coins like the 2016 5-cent piece begin to attract attention from collectors who carefully study mint years, survival rates, and the condition of coins that remain available in circulation. As coin collecting grows more popular in Australia, many enthusiasts have begun searching through old coin jars, inherited collections, and even everyday pocket change, looking for hidden treasures that others may have overlooked. And sometimes, a coin that once seemed ordinary suddenly becomes something extraordinary. Now here comes the moment that surprises many viewers watching this video today. A 2016 Australian 5-cent coin, preserved in the exact fine condition we described, has been recorded reaching a powerful collector market value of $4.100. Yes, a small coin that many people might ignore could actually represent a remarkable hidden treasure for someone who recognizes its significance in the collector market. And here is something even more fascinating. Modern coins are gaining attention faster than ever before. Many collectors believe that coins from the early 21st century will become future classics as time passes, and fewer well-preserved examples remain available. As more people start collecting, the demand for unusual and well-recognized coins continues to grow. Coins that once moved quietly through everyday circulation are now being studied, preserved, and admired as valuable historical pieces. That is why experienced collectors always recommend something very simple but very powerful. Never ignore the coins you come across. A coin sitting quietly in a drawer, a jar, or a forgotten pocket could hold far more interest than you imagine. If you ever discover a coin like this, the most important advice collectors give is preservation. Never attempt to polish or clean the coin, because cleaning can remove the natural surface character that collectors value the most. Instead, place it in a protective holder and keep it safe while researching its background. Coin collecting is more than a hobby. It is a journey of discovery. Every coin carries a story of design, history, circulation, and survival. And sometimes the most surprising treasures are hiding in the smallest coins. Here on Big Bucks Coins, we explore these fascinating discoveries every single day. Our channel brings fresh stories, exciting coin hunts, and powerful insights into the world of rare and valuable coins. Make sure you stay with us, because the next coin in today's list might reveal an even bigger surprise waiting to be discovered. Next up, coin number 4. Sometimes the smallest coins carry the biggest stories. Many people pass them through their hands every single day without even looking twice. A coin falls into a pocket, disappears into a jar, or rests quietly inside a drawer for years. But in the fascinating world of coin collecting, moments like these are exactly where hidden treasures are discovered. And today's 4th coin is a perfect example of that quiet mystery. We are talking about the Australia 5-cent coin from the year 2008 in very fine condition. A coin that at first glance may look ordinary, yet for collectors it represents a remarkable piece of modern Australian numismatic history. The Australian 5-cent coin has been part of the nation's decimal currency since 1966, when Australia made a historic transition from pounds and shillings to the modern dollar system. Since that moment, the 5-cent coin has become one of the most familiar pieces of currency across the country. It has passed through millions of hands, travelled across cities and towns, and quietly witnessed decades of Australian history. But every year of minting tells its own story, and the 2008 issue holds a special place for collectors who pay close attention to condition, survival rate, and long-term collector demand. When you first examine this coin, the design immediately captures attention. On the obverse side, the coin proudly features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, a design that has symbolized stability, tradition, and the legacy of the Commonwealth for generations. The elegant portrait reminds collectors that every coin is not only currency, but also a historical artifact representing the era in which it was minted. Turn the coin over, and you will see one of Australia's most fascinating native animals, the echidna. Covered in protective spines and known for its unique biology, the echidna has been the beloved reverse design of the 5-cent coin for decades. It is instantly recognizable to collectors around the world and remains one of the most iconic animal designs ever placed on Australian currency. But what truly captures the attention of collectors with this particular coin is its very fine condition. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. A coin in very fine condition shows gentle evidence of its life in circulation, yet the major design details remain clear and impressive. The portrait lines remain visible, the echidna's spines can still be recognized with detail, and the lettering around the rim stands proudly despite years of use. This balance between circulation history and preserved detail creates something collectors truly admire: authenticity combined with survival. A coin like this has clearly lived a real life. It has traveled through wallets, markets, and pockets, yet it has managed to preserve enough of its original beauty to remain attractive to collectors. And as time continues to move forward, coins from the early 2000s are slowly becoming part of a new generation of collectible pieces. Many people once believed that only ancient coins or century-old coins would become valuable, but modern collecting trends have proven something surprising. Coins from the modern era are now being studied with increasing excitement. Collectors analyze mintage numbers, production quality, circulation survival, and the number of well-preserved examples still available. And when certain coins become harder to find in attractive condition, the demand begins to grow. This growing collector demand is exactly what has pushed the 2008 Australian 5-cent coin in very fine condition into an exciting position within the rare coin market. Now comes the moment that truly surprises many viewers watching this video today. A 2008 Australian 5-cent coin, preserved in the very fine condition described, has reached a remarkable current collector market value of $8,600. Yes, a small coin that once quietly moved through everyday transactions can now represent a powerful, hidden treasure in the world of coin collecting. And what makes this story even more exciting is the direction the market is moving. Rare coin markets continue to grow as more collectors join the hobby every year. Coins that once sat unnoticed in everyday circulation are now being rediscovered and carefully preserved by enthusiasts who understand their historical and collectible importance. That means coins like this could become even more desirable as time passes. Experienced collectors always say something very important. Today's ordinary coin can become tomorrow's rare discovery. That is why many collectors spend hours examining old coin jars, inherited collections, and even the coins they receive as change. Hidden inside those everyday coins could be a piece of history waiting to be recognized. If you ever come across a coin like this, the most important rule is preservation. Never clean or polish the coin, because cleaning can remove the natural surface that collectors appreciate. Instead, store the coin carefully in a protective holder and keep it safe while researching its background. Coin collecting is more than just searching for valuable metal. It is a journey through history, design, culture, and discovery. Every coin carries a story, and sometimes those stories lead to incredible surprises. And who knows? The next coin you check in your pocket could be another hidden treasure waiting to be revealed. Here on Big Bucks Coins, we explore these amazing discoveries every single day. Our channel is filled with fresh stories, exciting coin hunts, and powerful insights into the world of rare coins. Stay with us, because the next coin in this list might reveal an even bigger, hidden treasure that collectors are searching for right now.